morning, mama. It is time to wake up and be wealthy. It is time for you to become rich AF.
Sweet.
It is time for more ease, flow, and fun for you. It is time to build a life and business you are madly in love with. It is time to unlock the wealth codes needed to build your business with your dedicated host, me, Nellie Corvo.
One more time.
Nellie Corvo. I am the CEO and founder of the Wealthy Mama Movement, and I want to officially welcome you to the Wake Up and Be Wealthy show. I am the master at sales and social media with over 17 years of experience building brands in multiple industries, resulting in millions of dollars.
Nice.
I've mentored countless women from starting their businesses all the way up to multi-millionaires. I am here to be your go-to mama to help you build an iconic brand that you are proud of that creates massive cash and impact in the world. Without further ado, let's unlock today's episode. Enjoy! It is my birthday week, and I am so incredibly excited to give you a huge gift all week long. I'm calling this my birthday bash Shenanigans. And an invitation to apply to become a VIP client with us. More on that later, but I'm just so excited to pour into you. I am obsessed in the best way possible with helping you make more money and doing it with ease, flow, and fun. And so that is our focus all week long, and I'm so excited. And this is also an invitation to share this with a girlfriend because every woman gets to make more and more money, and it feels so fucking good. So let's start right now. Let's dive in, and I'm just so pumped for you because you deserve to make more money. And we're going to be talking about things that maybe are going to shock you a little bit, and I'm here for it because the mechanics of business are actually the easy stuff, like the stuff that you can Google, the stuff that you can watch on YouTube. And so if that was the only thing that women needed to make millions and millions of dollars, more women would be making millions and millions of dollars. And so there's so much that is not being talked about, not being worked through, which I do believe wholeheartedly is the biggest barrier for women, because we're resourceful AF. If we want to figure a system out or a software out or a strategy, like we're gonna find the way. And so it's the invisible stuff that really blocks you from so much fucking money. And that's really what we're going to be talking a lot about this week during the birthday bash. And of course, we'll totally dive into the fun, sales and marketing strategies because I can't help myself. I do love those too. And just in all the hours, I've lost track of how many women I've worked with, how many hours I have been on calls with people. It's too much to count. And so I have just such a deep knowing and understanding of this world. And the beautiful part about talking to women privately is they really deeply open up to you. Like maybe you and I have been on a call and it's just been so beautiful because that one-on-one support, you can't beat it. Like you have this beautiful container, this private space where you can just almost stand naked in front of somebody and be like, yeah, here are all of my deepest fears and challenges, and I want to break through it, right? And so I understand that can also feel still very scary. And what I have found even with my coaches is you get to a point where you just don't want to hold it anymore, right? Your palms are sweaty. It's heavy. It's slowing you down. And the minute you can get to that moment, that place of yes, where you are no longer available to hold the heaviness, even if you can't really fully articulate what the heaviness is or why it's there, you're willing to unpack it, right? And that is a beautiful, like truly quantum leap moment because it's the catalyst to so much more. I'll never forget, I think it was about 8 years now ago, before I had kids. And we were newly married. So it was probably like about 7 years ago, actually, like 7 to 7.5, because we're almost at our 8 year anniversary. Not that it like exactly matters, but it is important to like as much as I can be accurate. So we'll just say 7.5 to like meet myself in the middle. But I'll never forget, I was in a leadership program that was very much emotional intelligence based. And one, I signed up to support a friend. Which is such a cute reason why. Like, I want to be there for my friend, right? And so I went mainly for her. Little did I know I would stand in front of that group of people and say, I'm going to leave the nonprofit that I started, and I have no idea what I'm going to do next, right? And so that heaviness that I was feeling, I knew my authentic self, my wealthiest self. I don't even think I used that word ever in my vocabulary 7.5 years ago, but I do now. And so, like, that identity of me knew there was more. And although I didn't know fully to the magnitude of what it was going to be, I knew that it was there, right? It's like kind of like when you can pick up somebody's energy. Good or bad, like, but you're like, oh, I don't know what this looks like, or but I can feel it, right? And so that, like, when we get to the point of like you're ready to put it down, whatever it is, and unpack it, is the catalyst to everything you desire and so much more. And so really what I want to talk to you about today on the Birthday Bash series is your desire to want more, not need more. And the hardest part about this is you may, quote unquote, need more, right? Maybe you have debt that you want to knock out. Maybe your significant other is paying more of the bills right now and you really need to make more, or you want to leave your job so you need to make more, or maybe for you, you want to go on a big trip so you need the money, right? And so, yes, logically that is true, and there's always going to be a logical need for money, no matter how much money you're bringing in, right? Like there's always going to be something in the best way possible, right? But here's the shift I want you to create today if you're ready, and I believe in you. So you can decide that you need the money. Here's the caveat to that. When we come from a need energy, it is very desperate. It is very heavy. It is very lack mindset, meaning that you need it so badly, right? Like it feels like almost like maybe you went on a date with somebody and you didn't love the date, and then they're like blowing you up like crazy and you're like, ugh, like just leave me alone. Or maybe maybe you've been the person on the flip side where you're contacting that person, right? Because you're like, I thought we had a great time, right? And you're like contacting them, and maybe you show up somewhere to like, because you know they're going to be there, or vice versa. If it's like that person did it, it's very needy, right? And it's not attractive. Like you're not going to like immediately, like, let's say the person's doing it to you, because that's like a more playful situation. So like that person's being really needy. Do you ever go, oh my gosh, you just need me so much? Like, okay, like let's get married and have babies, right? No, it's gross, right? Like you're not attracted to it, right? It's not attractive. And on the flip side, like people don't want to be like ignored, but there is like this playfulness and flirtiness. Let's say you go on an amazing date that it was like, I want to be here. Oh my gosh, this is so freaking good. Like, oh, are they going to kiss me? Like, and it's just so different. It's a whole different vibe. And then like maybe that person, kisses you goodnight and it's the best kiss ever. And that's all you can think about. And you have like the best sleep ever. You thought I was going to say something else, didn't you? But you have the best sleep ever. And then they like call you in the morning just really quickly, like don't take a bunch of your time, right? It's not this need energy, it's this want energy, and you answer because you wanted to, right? And then maybe a couple days later they send flowers because they wanted to, and it's like, ooh, yes, like this feels so good. So the vibe is so different. It is a want energy on both sides. This is what we want for money and with you. So it's still the same scenario of dating somebody, but the vibe is so different. And so no matter where you're at right now in your money journey, you can create this. Absolutely. Absolutely. And we really want to focus on the energetics of money first because you hold all the power. No matter what is in your bank account right now, there are people that have millions of dollars in their bank account and they actually have need energy, very lack, very scarcity, and it's a different vibe. There are people that have $1,000 in their bank account and they're like, I am rich AF, right? And they're just living their best life and it's amazing. So it does not matter, okay, what is actually in your bank account right now, what your business is bringing in, what your salary is, how much debt you do or don't have. None of that matters right now when we are working first on the energetics of money and you. And so to give you a practical example, I really want you to tap into, do you have want energy when you are spending money, meaning it feels very, very good and very exciting to spend money, right? There's no like ick feeling in it. And then do you also have want energy when you're receiving money, right? Your paycheck, maybe somebody gives you a gift, pays for your lunch, or a new client pays their invoice. Are we like actively promoting your offers online or your products or whatever you've got going on? Because that's a want energy. You're choosing, right? Want energy is all choice and it all feels good all the time. And it's so possible. And you may be sitting there or driving and be like, there is no way, Nellie, that it can be all the time. Everything is a choice. Everything is perspective. Everything can be shifted. Everything can be different immediately when you say so. And so even if you find yourself getting nervous to spend money, it's not to say, oh my gosh, Nellie, I'm not perfect and I just messed up. You said I can get there all the time. There's no hope for me. You can still have it all the time because the situation is not over until you say it's over, right? So like, let's say you're at Target. This was me years ago in college. I had such a lack mindset, a need energy, and it was so real because I was working multiple jobs. I was trying to like pay for college. Like I was so overwhelmed and in over my head drowning and not even fully knowing I was drowning, but like, you know, the feeling. So even if you don't say I'm drowning, if you're in water truly drowning, you're drowning, right? And so I had so much of that around me. And so like when I was with my friends at Target, I had so much anxiety spending money that even when I started to make money, I would go into Target and get triggered, right? Like, and I'm like, why is this happening? Like, I have money. Like, it's okay. It's safe for me to spend money at Target, right? And so we can work through all of this slowly and it feels so good. But the first step is acknowledging you've got some work to do, whether it's receiving money or giving money. And giving money means like spending money. It doesn't mean just to charity. It's like giving money away. And that is truly like basic money 101 is giving and receiving. Money is not meant to just stay in account, all of it, right? Like obviously we want money to work for you. And also I don't want you to be that millionaire, multimillionaire, billionaire. Like there's no cap on your potential. I don't want you to be at any level of money and feel unsafe, right? And so this is the power of the energetics of no matter where you're at right now, there's always room to grow and you can immediately shift your energy. So I'll give you a very powerful example. I was getting annoyed when I kept pulling out my credit card. This is a very recent example, for like little things like Starbucks or Panera, or like we're grabbing smoothies really quickly, like little things. And it just annoyed me because it's hard for my ADHD brain to know, like, oh my gosh, am I in budget for, what I would like to spend for food, and entertainment, or am I not? And I can't always sit down in the season of life to like go through the credit card statement and add things up. And so I kept swiping and kept swiping and kept swiping. So even though the situation was complete, like the scene, if you will, it's not over until you say it's over, right? So there's always an opportunity to choose again. Okay. So I went to work because I am a believer, like I embody this work and I teach it. And that's why I know it works all the time. And so I said, what would feel better? I'm going to choose again. What would feel better? And I was like, I would love to pull out cash and keep it in my wallet. Wealthy Nellie has cash always, no matter how much is in there. Like she has cash. And it has felt, oh my gosh, unbelievably juicy, sexy, thrilling, empowering. Like I even went to Tim Hortons this morning and opened up my wallet, got a $10 bill out. I even peeked to see like where I'm at with the amount of cash that I pulled out. And it's been such a fun game of stretching. I pulled out like $200. I have stretched that $200 and I've been able to like guilt-free spend it, right? And so this is the power of being more aware of your feelings with giving and receiving money, that we really can continue to work through it, okay? And not apologize for it and enjoy the process, okay? So I really want you to tap in to see what feels like there could be some room to grow. And I would obviously totally pick something specifically, because if we stay in the gray area of like, yeah, like a lot of it doesn't feel good, it's too big, it's too abstract. So like think about giving money, meaning spending money, like giving money out away, right? Whether you swipe your card, you cash, how does that feel? And also, how does it feel to receive money? I have always felt so much better receiving money. Like I love making money. And what I've had to really work on is being safe and feeling good about spending it, investing it, growing it, right? That has been really where I've been focusing more of my time and attention on, because I know that's where I have more room to grow. So that's what I really want you to step back and think about today. Like which side gets to have more want energy, and then zoom really far in on what is a small money move that you can make today. Because that is my goal through the birthday bash, is you're making one money move a day, as I'm like coaching you and supporting you. And then my invitation to you is to apply to be one of my VIP clients. I have decided to really zoom in myself and really go deep with a small group of women and customizing a plan for each of them that fully aligns with their needs, their wants, their desires, and also their learning style and energy and time capacity. And I want this container to grow with you. So my intention is you apply, you go through this application process, we make sure you're a good fit, and we give you a proposal that is in alignment with where you're at and where you're heading. And it is an energetic agreement of a year at a time, and it grows with you. So like anytime during that year, if you're like, ooh, I would really love more, or I would really love this, or I thought this would feel good and it doesn't. So it's like a beautiful, flexible container, but energetically you are committing to growing and having support for a full year of transformation. And so I have not seen this done. Like, if you have seen this done, I would love to know, because I have not seen it done and I'm so excited. Like, I've seen obviously people have applications, but not in this way. And I'm just so excited to be at least one of the trailblazers online. So often I find people getting decision fatigue of like, should I have a one-on-one coach? Should I be in a mastermind? Should I buy that course? And then you start to spend a lot of money and then you're not really maximizing it and using it and you're kind of lost in the sauce. And so I've just decided what has felt so good to me. So this is another money move, I suppose, because it wasn't feeling great how I was presenting offers. And I was like, you know what would feel so good? Really having a small group of women individually, like there'll still be like a community feel, but we are individually creating plans and having accountability for each and every woman that we are working with and really tracking their success and helping them get there. So I'm super pumped. You'll very rarely, I don't want to say never, but it'll be very rare that you see me promote a very specific offer. This is now my main focus of applying, like apply to work and become a VIP client. And I'm very excited for you because maybe this could be one of your money moves this week. If you have any questions, let me know, but just super excited to pour into you and give you massive value and help you make more and more money with ease, flow, and fun. All right, come back tomorrow. It's going to be so good. I love you so much. Woo! Is your head spinning? I hope you took so many notes and you feel so inspired. Time truly flies when you're learning about becoming wealthy AF. I hope you loved today's episode. That does it for us on the show. Don't forget, every weekday we unlock another juicy money-making episode. So be sure to subscribe or follow where you're listening to this. And also, don't forget, if you haven't already, to leave us a 5-star review on your podcast platform so we can take over the world together. And share a takeaway on social media and tag me at The Wealthy Mama. We love doing spontaneous prize giveaways. So don't forget to tag us with a takeaway so we can reward you as being one of our biggest fans and listeners. Until next time, don't forget, you are worthy of being wealthy. And from everyone at the Wealthy Mama movement, we love you. Make it a great day.